Wow, this feels like it might be an even scarier comp than the one that we saw on TSM. I can't wait to see what will happen. And to walk us through it, it's Forecourt Jester and Zcan.
Starting to add up, and well, Goldmine does go down. Not really a lot of damage here on GSS, but Bestchuck NA, he's going to be the big target there for Fuji. Can we actually kite this one out? Death from above is not going to hit anyone. Now the target is going to be Rix as Fuji comes back into it, and with that fountain from Gabe Vizzo, it is going to be enough for a kill. And Beowulf, he's going to be dropping. Well, the Storm God is not enough. That is a 2-0 exchange, and Gangstars Studios take a decisive lead.
Yeah, that was not the time for VertigoBlack to take a fight.
Not really worth it.
And there's also the death from above. That's about to come back up into this one. So no bangerang. I'm not entirely too sure. No matter. Silence comes out. And the burst. The stun is good. Beowulf will actually survive the whole fight. All right, he's going to get out, and Rix, now he's going to be the target. Bestchuck NA is down. Fuji can't go any farther. It will be a 1-0. Didn't expect the presence. Yeah, Gabe Vizzo goes one way. Fuji's the other. They do get noticed there by those flares. Counter flare. Can't hide in that bush. Araki Zoro. We do got the silence going out. And the focus. Bestchuck NA is out of this fight. That's going to be now a 4-0 looking for a 5 if they can actually chase down Rix, but he might have a little bit too much of a lead on him. Oh, well, all right, he's going to turn around and on point. That might be the end of it, as he is going to burn, and that will be the 5-0.
And right there, we saw exactly what we were looking at right now. It's just going to be another game of poking VertigoBlack. Right now, Gangstars is serious. All you have to do, sit back, let Dodjo poke, let Arakizoro poke.
Looking for the stun, looking for the burst. That's going to be a death from above. Blocked! It's not going to stop it out, and now Rix is going to be dropping low. Beowulf is basically going to be the ace at this point, if they can actually catch her, and well, they're going to go right through 2 turrets for that ace. Now, they do have to get to safety. They're not going to get a ton out of those regen buffs from the ace, but going unbeatable now at 8-0 in 12 minutes. The minions push up. This is a dead taste.
Yeah, this is just a
as the Kraken is going to be making her way onto the fold. There she is in all of her glory. I think I saw her on Tinder last night.
Now we're constantly pushing up against VertigoBlack, and here we have a fight.
Yeah, who's catching who? We do got that turret right there. It is going to be actually into play. Big stun on top of Fuji, but the turret is just not going to be enough to bring him down. There goes the captain, and the bangerang goes in deep. Rix is going to actually use the Rose offensive. He has that reflex, but it's just not enough, and Fuji cleans up for a 3-0 infusion.
But, you know, what can they do to come back in the next match?
Well, Bestchuck NA still actually has his ticking, but there goes the Blast Trevor gets crucibled again, and the sky is out. The Adoptio is just cleaning up, and now the bangerang for that ace is Beowulf. It's going to be the third to go down, and a 14-0 score will stand for Gangstars Serious, and they're not interested in a Kraken whatsoever. They're going to be pushing it again on top of these turrets.
Yeah, and this is pretty much exactly what we expected to see with this huge gold lead. Like, 12,000 gold up. If you lose a fight, something is seriously wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not wrong on that one. Now, the turrets will actually reduce death timers, but I think at this point it's too little too late, and they're too far behind. Gangstars Serious come in flawless in game number 1 up against VertigoBlack.
No, certainly. I really want to see what VertigoBlack does to do in the next game, because they are still a very, very strong team. If they
now, this is the first time I think we've actually gotten to see Ringo here today.
Yep, and Rakizoro might be in a little bit of danger.
Yeah, Rakizoro might be a little bit too far forward, especially when all 3 come to lane, and, well, VertigoBlack, they have put up more kills in
What do you think of the chances
kill.
of Beowulf actually picking up a contraption?
I definitely think Beowulf should pick up a contraption. Just killing those minions super quickly is just going to be so beneficial.
Zoro, you are going to burn and bleed and behind enemy lines. He is he's really going for this back.
I think Fuji's actually going to win this fight. So Vixen has to run.
Come on, Beowulf with the heal. All right, there's the heal and the collapse. The 3-man. This is the hive mind mentality we've seen in some teams in the past. To the bushes, though. And now here comes the rest of the team. That's a 3-man right there on top of Vixen. They're looking to put down the pup, but they just don't seem to be able to have it. We do got the fountains now ticking there as well, but Fortress going out maybe perhaps a little bit too far. Rakizoro, he did come close, but it's not a kill, and that's actually the first kill on the board now for Gangstars.
And this is exactly why Fuji went for VertigoBlack will be able to do.
All right, 3v2 situation, and the gauntlet is good. Beowulf is now dealing with this pressure, but he has no escapes, and unfortunately the heal is just not going to be enough. That's now putting a 2nd kill on the board.
Quite a few
for
teams
Gangstars
and contraption versus Petal.
So, I mean, he knows about it. Maybe just saying can't afford it. Needs to go for the defensive, because look at this rushdown. Bestchuck NA is just out. Now we got Vixen with the puppies. They're looking for Fuji, but that is just not working out for Vixen whatsoever. Even under this turret of Rakizoro. Now with that Rose offensive, it's going to go to Petal, but now they clean up. That is going to be an ace as Beowulf falls. walls under this turret, and Gangstars saying that's a 3-0. This is a
And
turret.
one of the great things is, if Beowulf rotates up to help Best Chuck, as the fight goes on.
Yeah, Gabe immediately with that face check, he throws down the gauntlet, but we run into that burst, but it doesn't matter. Ringo is just dead on the floor, and now Vixen to join him with blood on his fur. Now look at Fuji. No fear, goes right up and cuts him off. That's now another 3-0 exchange, and Gangstars is now even chasing him right through, right under that tower, and it doesn't matter. The turret is just not enough. There's no peel from the team, and now he's just getting Fuji goes right up to the front, and again another gauntlet's going to be coming down. Beowulf has nowhere to go, and he's just going to drop Vixen. Unfortunately, he can only look on from his base area. Best Chuck's back in town, but that's another turret dump. Yep, and well, it looks like he's going to try it again. Here comes that verse, but gets off actually 2 stuns that round. Is that enough to keep Chuck into this? The Fountains are taking it. Fuji's dropping low. They get finally that kill. Petal is out, but they trade it for the Ringo, and again, another gauntlet goes down, gets the stun, and that's it for Adagio, and Vixen is left in a 2v1. Does he have the burst to go through Iraqi? Not even close, and that's going to be another ace going the way of Gangstars.
Yeah, that's just
He's
perfectly
all
coming out
alone.
from
They're
Gangstars
looking
here.
for him, but Iraqi's already even over the wall with the Rose offensive. At best, Chuck and A's again, just not part of these fights. Vixen now gets just destroyed, and Beowulf is unfortunately going the wrong way to safety. There's nowhere safe for him, and that is going to be a 3-0, 16-4, and the verge of a 2-0. Gangstars really showing their promise.
Yeah, this very well may be game. I think they're just going to take out both turrets. I don't know if they can get the Vayne, but it's going to be very, very close.
6 seconds till Best Chuck comes up, but can they actually even get a kill at this point? Gabe Fizzle's going to drop low, but he did his job. He tanked out the turret, and now this Vayne, even with those 15 seconds, he puts up the wall and says, you may not pass. This is our crystal, our game, and our time to shine.